people like Belgium's got a lot of blues festivals here.
That sounds like a great time. Just all community getting together, rocking the music, and
Yeah,
celebrating.
yeah, it's like 20 kilometers from where I live, and is the one of the biggest blues festivals in Belgium, and it's the one of the biggest free festivals in Europe, and it's like 20 kilometers from my home, and I know those guys because we, together with the organization of that festival, they organized the evening when we recorded our live CD. So they helped us to because we wanted just to deal with the music, playing the music and making the music and recording it. And they organized the venue and got the bar going, and like they organized this for us. So we worked together to make this happen. And I asked them because they know how to organize things. It's like a festival. I think about 10,000 people come there every year, so they know what they're doing, and we work together with them. And it's in my hometown nearly. It's like 20 kilometers from home, 20 minutes drive, and I'm at the festival where I can see Walter Trout, I can see all the big blues names. So I saw John Mayall there, Walter Trout. I saw
Congratulations. Speaking of that, you're on the charts, man. You are rocking the charts with all those.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect it. It was like, okay, we came in on the Roots Music Report. We came in the blues rock charts. We were number 9, and in the UK we were chosen as pick of the month in December.
Yes.
And we are now the charts of November came out, and we were on the 4th position. So, and in December they will play our music extensively. So next month I think we will be higher, maybe number 1 again. Like in 2018 we were number 1 also. So I hope we can be number 1 again. It's like it's a dream. It's like crazy. I never expected when I started this band. Never would expect this.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That is just great stuff again. Oh my. Thank you, Nico. The Bluesbones. Nico is my guest today on the Skype Improv. We were going to be live on my speaker, which is playing the music right now. And I'm always like, it's just audio, because a lot of artists have asked me if it's going to be a video and interview, and I'm like, and me too, I was just audio. Well, today I had to turn over a new leaf and do it live, because this will be posting after the show, the video. I'll do it, and then I'll play it on the Skype too.
Okay, yeah.
We'll give it a whirl. Keep the promo going for you, bro. And I love it again. Our time difference, like 5 a.m. I woke up and you got a text from you and new jams. I love to get the new jams and send the love my way. So that is great stuff. Speaking of the the community, the blues have that great jamming thing in Memphis every year, the International Blues Competition. Everybody comes in the States. Would you guys come? They have European, I imagine, people there too, because that's the one thing I found about blues. It's a community. Every state in the U.S. has one, and then they all have a party. You guys over in the U.K., my buddy A.G. Weinberger over in Hungary, he's rocking over there. I've been on him. He's been on my show quite a few times too.
Yeah.
They had a big blast at Budapest last year, another blues. So yeah, and they had great. One thing I've noticed, you guys got great quality of the live streaming shows that I saw last year, even before the pandemic.
Yeah. The problem is, Belgium, when you win the Belgian Blues Challenge, you get sent to the European Blues Challenge. But Belgium doesn't send a band to the International Blues Challenge. Like Holland, our neighbor country, they sent a band to the International Blues Challenge, but Belgium doesn't do it. But I know that all bands can sign into it, but you don't need to win a blues challenge at your country to participate in America, I think. But it's the problem is it costs a lot of money to get a band to America and fly there and to play on the Blues Challenge, and it's not that easy. It's an expensive.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh yeah.
Expensive
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But it just sounds amazing because that thing's like a big relay race of music. You only got so much time to set up when they play, and it's interesting. I've had Bridget Purdy on the show, and Lawrence Lebo, and Dee Miller and all them tell me about what it's like over there, and that's cool stuff.
You only got 20 minutes to prove yourself, so
right. Yeah, that's a lot.
And funny story.
Sure.
A story I wanted to tell you is like when we played on the European Blues Challenge. It was in Denmark. There was in the jury there was Mike Vernon. I don't know if you know him. He's a producer. He worked with David Bowie. He worked with Eric Clapton. He worked with Peter Green. He worked with Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
So and he was sitting in the jury, and he worked with, I know, my idols. He worked with Eric Clapton. He worked with like, yes. So after the show was finished, then we were in the backstage and we were cleaning up. And he walked by and he came up to us and it's like, and he said like, hey, I really enjoyed your music. Something happened on stage and then I gave you the maximum of points, and but I'm only one of the sixth. So we became second and not first. But he was like, and I was like, oh, thank you, sir, thank you. And I was like, I didn't know what to say because, like, oh, thank you. And the only thing I could say to him, thank you. Oh, thank you. And it was like, I always will remember this, like when Mike Vernon tells me like, hey, your band is good and something is happening on stage. I was like, when he says it's good, it must be good, It
must be good, yeah. So, and that's congratulations. And the neat thing is that's what you do now for other people.
Yeah.
The other artists coming up the blues are watching you, and it's weird how that feels in life for Eric Clapton and all them to pass that on. And again, back to what we were talking about before, the spiritual part, God living in music or just the sounds of music, the string vibration theory, I used to always say, in life string theory, they talk about everything's a vibration. Whether it is, and it hits you somewhere in your heart and your being and all that, and communicating with you. So, and I think you guys are booked, aren't you? I was looking at your stuff. Don't you supposedly have stuff coming up, or is that last year's? I was looking at your charts.
No, we have things coming up, but we don't know if they will happen because we have normally our first show now is at January the 3rd of January. And it is in Holland, but the show was sold out, but they now are restricted, so they only can allow 30 people in the room, and they sold much more tickets. So I don't think they will that it will go on because if they only can allow 30 people inside the room, they can only allow 30 people inside the room. And you can't serve drinks, then you
can't pay the bills, and you don't play to 30 people in it, and that's not what the feel of it. And nowadays, it's almost like again, the other end of the COVID is the safety. If somebody gets sick,
of course,
but that's priceless. That's not
Yeah, of course. But I'm very cautious about it because I have two parents who are in their 70s, so I don't want to infect them because I'm the only one who comes in their house to help them a little bit, so I don't want to infect them. But I guess I think not much will happen in live music before April or May, when the weather gets better and you can get gigs outside again. I think when gigs can be played outside again, then things will happen. But I think before spring is in LA, spring is here, I don't think a lot will happen because it's too dangerous inside.
Yeah, you're right. Coming into the winter time in our hemisphere. Now my brother, he's in South America, So he's rolling into the summer now down there, and he's in Santiago, Chile. Obolo chocolate, OBOLO, everybody. Obolo chocolate from my brother from the States here in the Milwaukee area. Yeah, he's been down in South America for like 20 years. It's his Nature Conservancy hat I got on here for the show. So yeah, that's what brought him down that way. Besides a lady, you know how that always goes in life. But they're changing the seasons, but they've been in lockdown like you for months and months and months. Mm-hmm. And to see him at the park and, you know, to be able to get out a little bit now changes up a little bit when it gets warmer. Because as we get into our wintertime, it's, you know, very scary stuff going. But what a great picture, though, you're painting of the future.
You know, like when COVID came in Europe, it was March. So we had the summer. So it was not that hard because people could still go outside and you know, like, but now it's winter time and everything has to be inside. And now it's very hard for everybody because now they realize like Christmas and New Year in Belgium, it's not allowed. It's allowed to invite one person in your home and 4 persons in your garden. So that is Christmas and New Year for you in Belgium.
Yeah.
But you know, I can understand. It's not like that I want to say like why they do this. No, I know why they do this because it's a dangerous disease. So we have to be careful. But all the news you hear about the vaccines, you see a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, like I think like summer of 2021 will be better, and then I think 2022 will be normal again. Not really before, but approximately the same. You know, like it will be a normal year.
I think you're right. I think we're trending in that direction. As you were painting that festival, I could feel it, see it, everybody outside, and things are going to change in our world. And here's the other thing: wash your hands, all that stuff. And this is not new for mankind. I mean, truthfully, none of this stuff. The pictures we were talking before we came on air. I'm a history buff. He's in Brussels. I was watching World War I last night. And all these things in life are real reality, folks. You know, they had the Spanish flu after that. And, I think in our world, a lot of ways, it's kind of easy with the cell phones and that. And they don't really, you know, what really life is, I'm trying to tell you, or what it can be. Because it's not always just a playtime for a lot of changes here in the States, you know, a lot of serious stuff happening. And I think I'm so blessed for you to get a hold of me, Nico de Kock, and the Bluesbones coming on the Magoo today, man. Thank you, my friend.
That's no problem.
And this is so improv, guys. I hit the button. I never did this before. I'm trying to figure out how to share it. First of all, you couldn't hear me for like 10 times. I kept calling back. It wouldn't work until I plugged this thing in. And I want to play the music live on my show because we got it advertised. Well, it's not. It's playing, but we're not on. So I got at least that covered. I had to get all that good stuff because the Bluesbones and all that. And hey, when I get it together, then what we can do is we rap with the songs. That's what I love to do. We spin all your jams or a lot of them. You tell me as we play them. We get the feel for everybody, and we can re-rap and do that every time too. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No problem. That's good fun and all that. And I'll tell you what, we've been going 35 minutes. It's been great fun.
Time flies.
Yeah, I know. We're having a great time. Thank you for my friend. I tell you what, I got to get some water. Let's see how this all works out, my friend. And we'll see all this video. And I'm going to try and get this online. So if you're hearing on speaker, we're wrapping up the video right now. My man, I love it. The music. Any other good words, wisdom for Magoo here? I'm in the Milwaukee area. Oh, sports. You I imagine football. You like football, hey? Soccer.
I'm a soccer. If soccer, you know, yeah. It's we say football to soccer, and you say football to American football. So yeah.
Well, half of my fun in life is we got season tickets to the Pack. So
okay, you know, I'm in like over here, American football or rugby is not really a big sport. It's like here it's soccer, and cycling and soccer.
Oh, I know. And when I was in Santiago with my brother visiting, you know,
Mhm.
the football is just